Ava Nixon. I'm running for ASB president. This is going to be my third year in ASB. I served as an art commissioner for my first and as a secretary this past year. I'm involved in a lot of clubs on campus like MedChab, Baron Buddies, and our Team Tutoring program. So I really hope to make this next school year a great one for ASB and the rest of the school spirit.
Hi, my name is Olympia Hara. I'm running for the ASB Attorney General, and you guys should vote for me because my goal is to make next year one of the funnest years and the most spirited, and I want to make you parents proud. Thank you.
My name is Diego Montes, and I'm running for ASB Secretary. The reason is to vote for me. I'm going to make this school more spirited and fun to come here every single day. Come this Friday for the assembly to see the announced winners.
Hi, my name is Adelina Johnson and I'm running for Vice President. You should vote for me because I'm very outgoing and I'm always willing to lend a helping hand. And my goal is to create a more inclusive community through our assemblies and spirit days.
What's up, Barons? My name is Lena Clark and I'm running to be your ASB Vice President. I've already been in ASB now for 2 years, so I know how things work around here. Next year, with that being said, I'm going to make things even better. But that won't happen unless you vote LC for VP.
Good morning, Barons.
I'm Derek Candelario.
And I'm Diego.
And welcome back to the BVTV News Broadcast.
Today is March 7th, 2024, and it's just about a week until spring break, and I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, I can't wait to kick back and relax.
Before we do, though, we still have a full week of work to get through.
Then let's get the motivation to keep pushing through with our quote of the week.
Good idea. Let's go to Kelly, who is on his way now to talk to Mr. Romero.
Hey Barons, today I'll be interviewing Mr. Romero for the quote of the week.
Hey Mr. Romero, what's the quote of the week?
I've been giving it some thought. To be a champion, you gotta compete. But to be a great champion, you gotta compete with the best. But to be the greatest champion, you gotta compete with yourself.
Wow, thank you.
What this quote means is that the greatest obstacle to becoming a champion is yourself. Your biggest opponent in life is yourself. So stop holding yourself back and do what you gotta do to become a champion.
Thank you, Mr. Romero. That's all from me, Barons. Now on to the studio.
Thank you, Kelly, and thank you, Mr. Romero.
Way to remind us of how strong we really are.
That's right, Barons. Never forget that you are your greatest opponent, and to overcome yourself is truly a feat.
The journey may not be easy, but in the end, you will come out on top.
Speaking of champions, our school's music machine won first place in a competition a couple weeks ago.
That's impressive. I forgot that the competition's this season is underway.
You're right. Nico is going to ask Mr. Atwood, the VMD director, about Sound Unlimited and Music Machine's competition season.
What's up, Barons? It's Nico, and today we're going to be talking to Mr. Atwood about VMD. Hello, sir. Can you please state your name?
Yeah, I'm Michael Atwood. I'm the choir teacher here at Bonita Vista.
Mr. Atwood is the visual and performing arts teacher overseeing all performing groups.
Alright. And can you please explain to the students what VMD is?
Yeah, our vocal music department is our choir program, our show choir program, Music Unlimited. Right now we're in the middle of our competition season.
The team has already begun their season and has won numerous awards in the past. Mr. Atwood says their season has already begun very strongly, and they plan on continuing their efforts to do even better in their performances this season.
And then during spring break, we're all going to New York for a week. Basically, we perform and all year long, and just have fun and sing and dance. It's a fun time, and it's awesome. It's an awesome community here on campus.
Thank you, sir. And how do you feel about VMD this season?
So right now we've been to 2 competitions and hosted our first competition. Machine got first place last week at Chaparral High
That's
School.
That's awesome.
And on Saturday, Sound gets very close in their division, so it's going great. To be honest, these shows that we compete with are first designed in the summer, so finally seeing the shows come together in January, February is pretty cool too. And the students are doing awesome. They put in so much hard work. I'm so proud of them, and they're really creating incredible entertainment. And I think something that in the entirety of Benita's High School can be proud of.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Atwood, and thank you very much to VMD, and I wish you guys luck on your upcoming performances. That's all from me, Barons. Now let's go back to the studio.
Thank you, Nico, and good luck to Sound Unlimited and Music Machine on next week's competition.
You know, it's really cool to see those guys go up on there and perform in front of a huge audience like that.
We know a little bit about performing in front of a huge audience, don't we?
True, but we're not singing and dancing until our lungs give out. It's a talent we're looking up to.
True that. Speaking of, who do you look up to, Diego?
Personally, I look up to Tim Burton. His storytelling and style always adds some flavor to a film that I just can't quite explain. Why do you ask?
Well, Luke and Charlie are going to ask our ASB admin, Miss Ada, who her role model is. Let's go to them now.
What's up, Barons? It's Luke.
And it's Charlie.
And today we're interviewing Miss Ada on who her favorite role model is. Let's go. Okay, I'm here with
Miss Ada.
And who is a role model in your life and why?
I'd have to say my mom was probably my role model. A couple different aspects. She taught me that she always put her children first, and I've tried to do that in my life in raising my son and my daughter. In terms of my professional career, I think she still has had the most influence because we were a military family, and she had to juggle a lot of outside jobs with my dad in terms of helping do events for the submarines' wives and their children. She helped stay organized for everything outside of our home, and she was able to multitask and juggle a lot of things, and I feel that I do that pretty well in my life now.
Well, that's cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Role models inspire and guide us, shaping our values, aspirations, and behaviors. They provide examples of what is possible and help us navigate challenges, contributing to our personal growth and development. That's all for us, Barons. Hey, Derek, who's your role model?
That's a good question. Personally, I look up to my dad, who's very experienced all around and very self-sufficient.
Interesting. And thank you for your own input, Miss Ada.
I'd like to know what some of you Barron's role models are, so let us know on Instagram at BVHSTV through our story post.
I think I can speak for some of our students when I say that our teachers are great role models.
And I think you're right.
Teachers are our most valuable resource, so if you need help, please don't be afraid to ask them.
We get it. Sometimes teachers seem intimidating, and that's why it's good to get to know them sometimes.
And so that's why Camille and Ryan are going to talk to Mr. Good right now to learn more about him. The floor is yours, guys.
What's up, Barons? It's Ryan, and today we're going to be meeting with Mr. Good, so let's go on to that now. So who am I here with today?
Jason Good, Mr. Good.
So what inspired you to become a teacher?
When I was in college, I was working an IT job, and one of my responsibilities was to help with some of the educational technology. So I got to work one-on-one with some of the students that were working through that program, and it was rewarding, so I decided I'd pursue my teaching credential.
It is Mr. Good's 10th year of teaching here at Bonita. He teaches IB English, TOK, and ELD. He is an advisor for robotics and TEDx.
What's your favorite part about teaching?
Getting to know the students. You get to know a lot of unique perspectives and see a lot of really cool ideas, especially in the English classes I teach, and I think that's just exciting because it changes every year.
And what are some of your hobbies that you do outside of teaching?
I think a lot of students know that I like working on cars, but the one that I think a lot of students don't necessarily know a lot about me is gardening. So I'm actually an avid gardener. My wife and I both keep a garden for food purposes, and we really like working with native San Diego plants.
Oh, wow. All right. Thank you, Mr. Good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Good. And Derek, do you have any relations with Mr. Good? Because I know you're in robotics.
Thanks for asking, Ryan. I've known Mr. Good for 3 years now, as he's been the advisor of the robotics club. He really shows how proud he is of us and has a great sense of humor.
Wow, he sounds like a great advisor. Thank you, Mr. Good, as well as all our teachers here at BVH for being such great teachers and important role models in our students' lives.
Now, before we go, I'd like to announce that BVTV video podcasts are coming soon to Spotify and Apple Music.
These vodcasts are going to be extensions on our segments we've covered, aiming for conversations that are a little more natural.
And that's all from us, Barons. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Derek Candelario.
And I'm Diego.
And we're signing off.